Uh-oh. Holly Holm and Cris Cyborg just had their first official face-off, y'all. And I felt a lot of heat in the building. I felt a lot of heat. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do you one better. It was a lot of smoke. It got smoky up there. It was so much smoke. See all this smoke? I couldn't even see through the smoke. And you know what they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Y'all know we got to talk about this one. Amazing Eric Sports. Let's go, man. Amazing Eric Sports. Sports and laughs. It's all love. Ow! What is up, all my fellow MMA heads? It's your boy Eric, and I'm back here live with another episode of the Amazing Eric Sports Show. That's right, Amazing Eric Sports Show. I had to come to you today and give you my quick reactions to the first official face-off between Holly Holm and Cris Cyborg. This is what I like to call a low-key intense face-off. Trust, it was an intense face-off. It wasn't intense like Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz throwing bottles at each other, but believe me, this was intense. Now, let's start with some clarification. Let's clarify a few things, because I love all my listeners. I love all you guys. You guys are all like family to me, but some of you guys are very specific, and you want everything to be said in the right way. So let me say this first. We do know and understand that what happens in the face-off does not necessarily have any bearing on what is going to actually happen and take place inside the octagon. Just wanted to clarify that for the listeners. We understand. We get that. But I will say this about this particular face-off. I personally feel like this face-off was more important for Holly Holm than it was for Cris Cyborg, because Cris Cyborg already knows she's the indestructible Cyborg. She's the person who comes in with a big reputation. She's the person that's feared. She's the most feared woman in the WMMA, so she already has that set. Holly, on the other hand, in my humble opinion, needed to show, maybe to even prove to herself, but especially she needed to show Cyborg that I am here to fight. And that brings us to this first picture. Look at this first picture. These two are in a stare down. If you look at this, Holly is trying to lock on. I want you to go back and watch the video after you finish this video. Don't leave me yet. Don't leave me yet. Finish my video, then go watch the actual video of this stare down. Holly is trying to lock in right on Cyborg's eyes. As Cyborg starts to stare at Holly, you see Holly lock in and get serious. They both kind of have this grin on their face, but then it turns intense and the smoke starts and the fire starts. Things get real. In the next picture we're going to bring up, look at this picture. Cyborg turns away first and Holly is still looking. So Holly was able to stare at Cyborg and get Cyborg to turn away first. You might say, Eric, that's not that big of a deal. So what? Cyborg turned away first. As far as it relates to Cyborg, I do think you're right. I don't think Cyborg needs to win any stare down with Holly because she's already confident in who she is. But I think when it comes to mental warfare, when it comes to mental preparation, I think this was big for Holly. Maybe Holly needed to face her own fear. I'm not saying Holly's scared of Cyborg like that, because of course she's gonna fight her, so she can't be that kind of scared of her. But in combat sports, when you are going to fight one of these indestructible type of fighters that have all this power, one of the big things that happens with the other fighter is you have to face the fear of actually getting in there with them. What I saw from Holly is that it was extremely important for Holly to stare Cris Cyborg right in the face and to not look away. I have a strong feeling that if Cris Cyborg wouldn't have turned away, the stare down would still be going right now. Those ladies would still be staring at each other right now because Holly Holm seemed like she was determined to come in there and, for the lack of a better word, win the stare down. Holly, I feel, if you can call a winner in the stare down, I would say Holly won the stare down. Now calm down. Wait a minute. Breathe. Breathe. I know you just heard me say that Holly won the stare down. I am not saying that this is necessarily going to have any effect on the outcome of the fight. I am just saying, if you are Holly Holm, if you are Team Holly Holm, I felt that this stare down was more important for Team Holm than it was for Team Cyborg, because I really feel Team Cyborg Cris Cyborg herself, they're already extremely confident and ready to do this. I just feel with Holly's energy and the way she locked in and refused to turn away that she needed to show Cyborg, she needed to show all the fans, and maybe even needed to show herself that she could do it and she was there to fight. Now, to my favorite time of every video, I love this time. I get to ask you guys, what do you think? You guys, you ladies, jump in this comment section, light the comment section up, tell me your thoughts on this. Do you think there was a winner to the first stare down? If so, will you pick Holly? Will you pick Cyborg? Who won the stare down and why? What do you think is going to happen on Fight Night? Okay, like I said, if you haven't clicked that subscribe button, please do so. Until the next video, it's your boy, Big E, E-Mazing Eric with E-Mazing Eric Sports. Peace!